As I just arrived here at Tokyo Narita from Manila on board Japan Airlines, I'll be connecting to San Francisco on their Boeing 777. So let's see their Trans-Pacific long-haul service. The total flight time is 8 hours and 32 minutes crossing the Pacific Ocean to San Francisco. Now let's first clear security. All transfer passengers are required to deplane first. So we arrive in Tokyo. So we're done with security. And the airport is so quiet. So quiet. Security clearance is quite fast, and since there's not too much passenger, the airport is really quiet, and by the time I reach the departure level, they're about to close all the shops and restaurants. There were still a handful of flights, but definitely each flight, it's really not a full flight. The smoking area is so empty, and this is Narita Airport. Before COVID, usually you have to stand if you want to smoke. Shops are closed. My God. This used to be a very busy terminal. The terminal is quite eerie because you would only hear recorded announcements and not too many people are roaming around. So this is something new compared to my last visit here. So right now I'm at Narita Terminal 2 waiting for my Japan Airlines flight to San Francisco. And it's a very empty terminal. Yeah. Well, maybe because most passengers, they're still hesitant to fly. I have about 3 hours of layover here in Tokyo, and I'm quite disappointed because there's nothing much to do. I'm quite hungry and there's no shops or restaurants open. Anyway, here is our 777 that will take me to San Francisco. Despite its coronavirus season, still Tokyo Narita seems to be busy with a lot of flights, taxiing or taking off and landing here at Tokyo Narita. Although definitely these flights are not a full flight. Boarding was on time at around 5:35 in the afternoon, and since this is a US flight, all passengers are required to answer some security questionnaires as required by the TSA. Also, boarding was done orderly by group numbers. Now let's go inside our assigned aircraft. It's a Boeing 777 with registration J741J. This 777-300ER has different class. They got the first class seats, the business class section, premium economy, and regular economy class. What's good thing about this Japan Airlines aircraft is that it's very spacious. The economy class is into 3-3-3 configuration, which is not common nowadays because some airlines or many airlines they follow 3-4-3 seating configuration. Also, the legroom is very spacious and each seat has a foldable tray and also a personal IFE. Assigned at seat 56K, there's already a comfortable pillow and blanket. Also, this is a Skywider economy class seat, which means it's very spacious. There's 34 inches of pitch and 19 inches of width. This 777 aircraft is primarily used on international routes, particularly on long-haul flights. Their Skywider economy class seat has been redesigned to be slimmer, providing about 3.9 inches of extra legroom. On the seat pocket, you can find your personal headphone, a drink menu, a disposable bag, as well as the safety card for 777. There is also a Wi-Fi instruction menu. I really suggest you avail the internet service because it's really fast and reliable. And if you have longer flights on Japan Airlines or connecting flight in Tokyo, try to avail the 24-hour plan. Also, there is this JAL Move Entertainment magazine, as well as the Skyward in-flight magazine and the duty-free catalog.
The use of cell phones or other devices that emit radio waves is against the law. Please set the devices to the mode which do not emit radio waves or turn them off.
Lift the buckle to unfasten the seatbelt. Keep your seatbelt fastened whenever seated in case of sudden turbulence.
ご自身のマスクを外し、ちゃんとマスクを直接鼻と口に当ててください。All passengers, the oxygen mask at the end, please remove your face mask and place on the oxygen mask directly over your nose and mouth. Thank you. Your 入国の離陸・着陸に際しまして、機内の照明を暗くさせていただきます。読書などをお続けのお客様、読書さんはご利用ください。All passengers, we will be dimming the cabin light shortly. The reading light is available. We hope you will enjoy the flight with us to San Francisco. Thank you.
Once we've reached the cruising altitude, the cabin crew now provided us a refreshing towel, and also the first meal service is about to begin. Now let's take a look at the toilet. I'm surprised to see that Japan Airlines installed a Japanese style bidet, which is very comfortable whenever you want to use them. Personally, I don't like the flight maps installed on this IFE because it's not really interactive. However, on the movie section, there's a lot of movies you can watch, from Western to Asian or Japanese movie selections that you can find, and it's also available in different types of languages. For the dinner service, there's an option of Japanese style bento or the chicken cordon bleu. So I opted for the Japanese meal and let's see how it looks like. Wow, there's a lot of food on this food tray. Well, I chose the cherry blossom picnic bento. It has an umami ground soybeans and vegetable over the rice. Also, what I like about the Japan Airlines meal tray is that there's a lot of food. There's a lot of side dishes as well as desserts and salad. And I believe I made a right choice flying Japan Airlines. It's not disappointing. I'm also surprised to see that Japan Airlines still uses metal cutlery. So on this food tray, it includes bottled water. Also on the side dishes, it has this white fish steamed in salted cherry leaves, shrimp and potato with shiso Japanese basil genovese, a fresh salad with dressing, and also for dessert, we got Haagen-Dazs ice cream. If you love Japanese food, well, it's a no-brainer. You should really choose Japan Airlines. It's so delicious and the presentation is really 5-star. I also want to commend Japan Airlines cabin crew. They're very professional, very empathic, as well as very accommodating on all our requests. We were also given a Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's very delicious. It's a custard pudding flavor. And after the meal service, they provided us a Japanese cracker and a Japanese green tea. It's a very satisfying meal and it's time for everybody to have a rest on this red-eye flight to San Francisco. And on the middle of the flight, you can always go to the galley where you can get some drinks and also some snacks. Mid-flight, we experienced some light turbulence. That's why the seatbelt sign has been switched on. And 2 hours before landing, the cabin crew are now preparing for the second meal service, which is breakfast. What I like about Japan Airlines cabin crew is that they're always present and they work on rotation, which means you would always see them visible, especially whenever you need some help, you can always rely on them. For the breakfast, there's only one meal option, which is a taco rice salad and also a citrus lychee jelly for dessert. There's also an instruction on how you can eat this type of breakfast. This is what's good when you fly with an Asian airline because the second meal service, they still provide you hot meals. Compare when you fly to any other carriers like carriers from North America and Europe where they'll just give you a box of sandwich. So here's how it looks like when you mix everything. Well, the taste, it was okay. Yeah, it's just okay. Here's my overall review on this long-haul flight experience with Japan Airlines. Let's begin with what I think they've missed. Since this is a long-haul flight, JAL did not offer any overnight amenity kits, and I can't even find one on the lavatory. For the IFE, their air map is not as interactive compared to other IFEs installed from other airlines like Cathay Pacific, but these are just minor. Also, I personally didn't like the second meal, which is the breakfast. There could have been a better option though. But still, thankful that Japan Airlines offer hot meals on their final meal service. On the brighter side, I want to comment on the on-time flight experience. The ground crew team is very organized on the boarding procedure. The cabin crew are very charming, all are welcoming the moment you enter the cabin. When you needed something, they are very much happy to be of service. The Japanese crew also speaks well in English, which means I never had any language barrier. The seat is very spacious. JAL really focuses on customers' experience. So, flying Japan Airlines economy, I never felt cramped as the seating is 9 seats per row. Even flying during the pandemic, unlike other airlines, making cost cutting, I never felt that with Japan Airlines. Indeed, Japan Airlines is a 5-star airline.
Just landed at San Francisco International Airport. The time here is now 9:39 in the morning. Please make sure to keep your seatbelt fastened until you...
That's all, folks. Welcome to San Francisco, USA. And I hope you enjoyed watching this long-haul Japan Airlines trip report. Happy New Year, everybody, and keep safe wherever you are. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's the best time to click the subscribe button now. For my future trip reports, please click on the bell icon. I'll be flying Qatar Airways on the way back to Manila via New York, JFK, and Doha. So watch out for that. Bye, guys.